folks, welcome back. Today we took a road trip, and it's kind of like a homecoming. I decided to do a couple of videos here and introduce you to a person I consider a friend and a mentor. I know that there was a while I used to come here once a week for a very long time with a couple dogs, and I really learned a lot while I was coming here. So you'll see two different videos over the next couple of weeks that were filmed here, because when it comes to Dobermans and raising puppies, I consider this lady sitting next to me an encyclopedia of knowledge, especially about the Doberman breed. So it was, it's something I've been trying to plan for a while for you folks, and I think you'll enjoy this. So I am here with Tammy Weldon. She owns Masters Boarding Kennels and Swift Run Dobermans. We'll put the link to everything down below. So if you're looking for a good working Doberman, a lot of times people are online trying to find a breeder that does working Dobermans. Or if you're in the Bowling Green area, just looking for some place, train or board your dog, all the information will be down below. And I'm just going to turn this over to Tammy and just kind of let her take the reign.
My name is Tammy Marshall Weldon, and I have Swift Run Dobermans. I started out with Dobermans in 1982 with AKC obedience, and then I imported my first Doberman in 1988 and started breeding dogs in 1992. So that's when Swift Run Dobermans began, 1992. And I did a lot of research and have done a lot of studying under some very knowledgeable people. Ingrid Strasser from Sweden got me started, and she introduced me to the most important time to imprint puppies is the first 16 weeks of their life. Their brain is more receptive to learning than any other time, the first 16 weeks of their life. There's a book that she helped me with, The New Knowledge of Dog Behavior by Clarence Pfaffenberger, and they were very instrumental with the Guide Dogs for the Blind in San Rafael, California, in developing a lot of the information that I utilize with raising my puppies at this time. So with puppy socialization, we know that the first 3 weeks, the puppies are not very active. Their eyes don't open until they're 8 to 10 days old. Their ears don't open until they're 3 weeks old. My puppies are handled during that 3-week time. Their nails are trimmed. We do some stimulation with them at that time, but there's not much that the puppies are going to be doing the first 3 weeks. But from 4 to 7 weeks, those puppies need a lot of stimulation. So at 3 to 4 weeks, we start feeding puppy food. We start having people come and visit. Sound starts affecting them at 3 weeks of age when their ears open. So we know that we're going to expose them to different environments. We're going to move them outside. We're going to take them out of the whelping box. We're going to expose them to different toys. We're going to have visitors come, adults, children. A lot of that happens in that 3 to 7 week age with the puppies. It is crucial that the puppies be with their litter mates and their mother from 4 to 7 weeks, because that is the time that they learn how to interact with the other animals, which is teaching bite inhibition. It's how they learn how to understand how a mother is going to correct a puppy and how she's going to nurture a puppy. That mother is crucial, that 4 to 7 week time. So you want to be sure your puppies have been with the mother during that critical period of time. So at 4 weeks of age, my puppies are going outside. I'm adding new toys every day. I'm putting them in the crates, taking them in the car down to the other end of the property. We do picnics. They get used to riding in crates. They get used to going into new environments and being in a car for a positive thing. We want, as my puppies get a lot of road travel, so I want them to have a positive response to all of that traveling. We add a tunnel, an agility tunnel, that all the puppies have to run through the tunnel to get to their food. So they learn very quickly. Once the barriers are all taken away, they still run through that tunnel to get to their food. They're outside for longer periods of time at 4 weeks of age. And we are starting leash training by the time they're 5 weeks old. So we put leashes on them and let them drag the leashes around so that they're grabbing on each other's leashes and tugging each other along, but they're all used to having leashes on them by the time they're 5 weeks old. More visitors come, so we take them into different areas of the yard, different areas of the property. We've got 20 acres here, so I can expose them to something new just about every single day. I set up my appointment for their first vaccines to see the vet at 6 weeks of age, so I want them to have as much positive car riding experience as possible before we go to the vet at 6 weeks of age. At 7 weeks, we do our temperament testing. And temperament testing, some of my puppies go for search and rescue work. So we do human remains exposure so that we can evaluate which puppies are going to be best for human remains and live finds. And we do a lot of different footing. So plastic, metal walks, concrete, gravel, grass, slick floors like linoleums, tile floors. We want to get them used to all those different types of footing. When the puppies are 7 weeks old, they're temperament tested because they found, Dr. Pfaffenberger again, Clarence Pfaffenberger said, day 49 has been the most proven time to do your temperament testing on puppies. It's the most accurate if you're testing them on day 49, which is 7 weeks of age. So then at 7 weeks of age and 1 day, we're traveling to get the ears cropped. And we want to do that before the puppies are 8 weeks old because that's when they start their first fear period. So 8 to 10 weeks, there is a fear period that we want to make sure nothing traumatizes that puppy during that fear period. Trauma would be something like an ear crop surgery, traveling to a new home, being taken away from litter mates, being taken away from the mother. So I want my placements done prior to 8 weeks of age or after 10 weeks of age so that we do not create a trauma during that fear period. We don't take the puppy to fireworks or the gun range at 8 to 10 weeks of age because we don't want that puppy to have that sound sensitivity triggered by being traumatized during that fear period. There is a second fear period that's 7 to 9 months of age. So that's another time that's very critical not to traumatize your puppy. The other thing that is extremely important is that 10 to 16 weeks, that's when you're going to teach your puppy how to learn. You can teach a puppy anything as an adult dog if you've taught it how to learn. So it's extremely important that we shape behaviors using positive reinforcement so they learn how to learn and not be afraid to try new things. We use clickers and food rewards, and we get those puppies exposed to as many new things as we possibly can. And then the other thing, as they are teething, which means puppy teeth are going to start falling out somewhere around 14 weeks of age, and they're not going to have all of their adult teeth until they're 6 months. I don't do any tugging with my puppies during that teething period, because if they lose a tooth by tugging and that is pain associated with grip work, then you may have a pup that never has a nice, full, calm grip as an adult dog. So I'm going to do all the tugging prior to the 14 weeks. Once they start losing baby teeth, if they want to grab on something, I'm going to let them always win. And then after they're 6 months old and all of their baby teeth have fallen out and they have all of their adult teeth, that is when I'm going to start doing more tugging with my puppies. Hope this answers a lot of questions for you, and I love the Doberman breed and hope that this benefits everybody. Thank you.